Well, good afternoon, everybody. Or we're almost at the noon hour. I got 11:58. We got 60 degrees. Little clouds, but not too bad. The sun's trying to burn through. Very pleasant day. How about we head to Navy Pier? I want to see what Navy Pier looks like in landscape form. We'll take a little stroll up to the river. We got a little wind today, so we'll see how bad it is over by the lake. But yeah, and then along the way we'll go through Streeterville. We'll go along the Ogden Canal. We'll wait till these people make a left here. Let's check out the Citizen M Carbide and Carbon building. Hey, let me make sure I got the comments on here. Good, okay. Yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, how about we head over to Navy Pier. We'll get some lake views. See what's happening in Streeterville. And we'll have a nice, easy walk here. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I actually look forward to it. You know, I have to remember this is what I get for trying to do morning walks on my commute into work. Of course, like most people, you wake up, you're already late. I didn't get up as early as I wanted to, so I'm rushing to shower, get to work. I usually drink a fruit drink and get some caffeine in my system before I go into work. I failed to do that this morning. I didn't eat anything, didn't get enough caffeine, and then so I'm walking into work trying to do a live stream, and I'm kind of cranky because I didn't get any food in my stomach. I didn't get enough caffeine in my system, and so I got to learn to do that to have a much more pleasant walk, and so I can react better and interpret the comments better and have better emotional intelligence to let some that I don't understand, just let them go, you know, because there's always, when you get people in the chat there and the comments are, there's just some comments, because of the brevity of the comments, you're like, what are you talking about? And then you actually try to interact, and that's a mistake because it leads you down a rabbit hole of misinterpretation. People forget to put a question mark when they ask a question. It totally changes the meaning in the comment, and you guys know what's going on. So, live and learn. I'm learning how to play this game. I just want to show scenes of the city, you know, as we walk through Chicago. I want to be able to film and landscape. I want to get away from TikTok, but TikTok won't let me get away. Everybody just loves that app so much, and it's a lot of creators, we have frustrations with it. It's not the fun, it's not the most enjoyable app for creators, especially live streamers. And I've known live streamers that are great live streamers that have stopped doing it because TikTok drives them away, and they don't throw you a bone. They actually are your enemy. But enough of these grievances. We'll try it on YouTube. We'll see how it goes today. Here we are crossing the Chicago River. Thanks for tuning in for Scenes of Chicago. Hopefully my audio is coming through okay. We'll head over to Navy Pier. We'll enjoy this sunshine and make the best of it. We'll head by the Ogden Slip. We got a little wind today. There's the Wrigley building. It's looking nice. The flags are waving. We'll seize the day and make the best of it. So thanks for tuning in. We'll take a little stroll over to the lakefront. And yeah, I feel better already. You know, it just, hey, we'll head by Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. They're pausing to take a look at it too. Isn't that great? Yeah. And then we'll head over to the Tribune Pioneer Plaza here. We'll go by there's the Museum of Ice Cream. You know, yeah, we'll go this way. We'll go the fastest way so we can spend as much time at Navy Pier over lunch as I can, but to try to get over there and get back before 1 o'clock. We'll see if we can do it. We'll go by the Apple store. How's everybody doing? You having a good day? Let's see here. See the chat's okay here. Good. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I'm live streaming, so you know. But thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. Nice seeing you. Yeah, that's great. Hey, we're running into friends and colleagues and people I worked with for years, and this is great. I enjoy. That's why this city's great. Just like yesterday, I ran into an old friend and colleague. I just ran into another friend and colleague. And hey, Sharon. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Michael. Thanks for tuning in. No, that's good. Thanks for appreciating this. No, I really enjoyed our walk yesterday to Union Station on this platform on YouTube. I feel invigorated where we can interact. This is our reward, a smaller, more intimate audience, an audience that's willing to follow me to a different platform so we can actually have good conversation. We can react to each other in the comments, and we don't have all the, you know, TikTok's great for discovery. It's great for, you know, stumbling onto new people live streaming. People live stream very interesting areas of the world. Events going on, current events. But then, you know, the more you're on there, you're going to get the usual people that just want to rip everything apart. And that's why it was so refreshing yesterday. We had a nice walk over to Union Station. We were interacting in the comments, and I learned stuff from you. You learned stuff from me. That's how this thing should be. And so thanks for watching on YouTube. We'll head over to Navy Pier. We'll go by the food trucks, and we'll see what Navy Pier looks like in landscape. I thought Union Station looked pretty good. When I put it on the big screen at home, we could see that beautiful waiting area to all trains, you know, and that's why I want to see what Navy Pier looks like. We'll actually try to spend a few minutes over there. That's why I'm rushing to get over there. Yeah, I don't know if there's, I'm not going to go to the end of Navy Pier because it takes too long. And number two, my connection, I noticed that when I filmed the fireworks at Navy Pier, once you get halfway out in Navy Pier, all people's cell phone connection gets worse because they don't have a cell tower out there, as far as I know. I guess they get you to the hotel, but I don't know if there's a statue to Bob Newhart at the end. There might be. I'll check the next time I'm out there. I don't remember ever seeing one. I know there's a statue to Mary Tyler Moore in Minneapolis. And we've talked about Chicago should have a statue to Bob Newhart. And I don't know if it does. And if anybody knows that, please get back to me. Yeah, I appreciate it. Maybe you can look it up on the internet there. Hello, how's it going, Michael? Angel, thanks for tuning in. Tara, very lucky guy. So yeah, very lucky guy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can look it up on the internet and get back with me. It's a good question. And but we'll get out to the front part of Navy Pier. Let me make sure the camera's straight here. Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's on the Navy Pier website. That is interesting. So maybe there is, and maybe they've added that, and I'll look into that, and that would be something interesting to film. Yeah. But you know, you guys know, and I know, people younger than us, they don't even know who Bob Newhart is. They don't know, a lot of them don't know who John Belushi, the second Newhart show. And hey, how's it going? We'll head right down here. See, we'll go down to, we could still go by the Ogden Slip. I just punted on going by the Riverwalk to try to get over to Navy Pier as fast as possible. You see, you got the kids over there. They got the yellow vest on so people can see them. Probably a school or daycare or something like that. I noticed it's always fun. When I was working from home during the pandemic, the kids in the daycare, they would cross the street and they sing a little song and they wave their hand, you know, and hold on the rope, and it was fun to see that. But hey, we'll head over. We're crossing Columbus. Look at that. Look at that. You see both the Aeon and the St. Regis. We'll go by the Ogden Plaza here. They got a big clock over there. It's hard to see unless you're up in a building. The ground level, and we'll go by the AMC theaters here, head over towards the Ogden Slip, and we'll sneak into Navy Pier here. Yeah, I was talking about the original Bob Newhart show, yeah. I'm Larry, and this is my brother Dale. It was my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. He had two brothers named Daryl, I think, or maybe it was Dale or Daryl. Yeah, I know. That was the second Bob Newhart. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. AMC Bowl. Look at the theaters. Look at that helicopter. Wow. Helicopter's been following me all day. Yeah, there's an arcade. There's a video game arcade in there, which if you're looking for an old regular style video game arcade, there is one there. You go up to the AMC theaters and it's off to the side there. And then there's also a bowling alley and pool table, billiard room up there. Perfect for date night. Get some food, see a movie, play some video games. I'm sure the date would love that. No, I'm joking. Mattress Firm, Souvenir City. Look at that. You can get your scale models of the bean, all sizes. Get your little snow globes, umbrellas. They got all kinds of sports memorabilia. Yeah, that's a nice store. Yeah, I'm old too. Hey, age is a state of mind, right? We're young at heart. Hey, liquor store. Wow. Uncorked liquor store. Here's the entrance. Huge selection. They got cigarettes, they got everything. Navy Pier this way, look at the sign. So there's a statue to Streeter. There's a statue to Streeter, what Streeterville's named after up there. It's a block north. Look how we can see to the furniture mart. That's what I call that. Here's this Target store. Since this car's making a left, I'm gonna cross the street. Look at that nice view to the St. Regis. Used to be the Wanda Vista, designed by Jeannie Gang. We'll head down the Ogden Slip. We'll go by Robert's Pizza. Let me make sure I got the camera straight here. There we go. And we'll get some waterfront views here. Welcome to Chicago. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, big spirit store. Yeah, the tourist trap. Yeah, you know where I'm at. Yeah. See, look, so here's Winter's Jazz Club. We got Robert's Pizza. We got boat cruises. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's 60 degrees in the sun. It feels great. We still got the green trees here. There's some art galleries down this way. Sweet. There, yeah, Robert's Pizza's right here. People are sitting outside. They got the windows open. You can sit right at the bar at Robert's Pizza. Watch the baseball, soccer. Sit outside next to the boat. Yeah. Good. Isn't the resolution great? I rewatched the footage where we went to Union Station yesterday. And Union Station looks so much better in landscape. Even walking through the terminal, you can just get so much more information. And, you know, eventually I may try to stream in landscape on TikTok, but I prefer the audience here, you great people on YouTube. It's almost interesting. I'd rather have a smaller audience where we can actually engage and talk than the huge audience where I don't understand the comments. And, you know, it always makes me wonder. I'm like, people don't even care. Some people watching, they don't even care about what I'm filming, you know. And it's just like, do us all a favor and watch something else. But that's enough for me complaining. It goes with the territory of live streaming. I have to understand TikTok is TikTok, and it will always be TikTok. City Walking Girl gave me good feedback. I was, you know, complaining to her about how TikTok dumbs everything down. She goes, yeah, what do you expect? It was created for kids to do viral dancing. We're pushing the limits, you know, at its fundamental level. When TikTok first started, it was a stupid app so people could create viral videos, lip syncing the music and dancing around. Live streamers took it over and pushed the limits of what, and so we got to remember the mentality of TikTok is just stupid viral dances of people lip syncing the music, you know. And you know, look at how people use it for e-commerce. People use it for you know, important things now. And it's kind of stretching the limits of the platform, you know. YouTube was around before TikTok. We got to remember that, you know. And YouTube has its own problems and idiosyncrasies, but positive, negatives, everything. We'll take the good with the bad. I have to understand there's negatives to everything. Like, so you can go up there. I went up there before and filmed the big giant hole where the Calatrava Spire was going to go. We'll skip that today. See how it has a little sign that says to Navy Pier? And I remember when, before this fence was here, you used to walk along here and you could literally just easily fall in to the Ogden Slip. There was no railing. Even when you walked along this section, there was no railing. You would just walk and you could just like fall right into the water. But at least there's a railing now. Yeah, you want to see my floss dance? I'll show you the floss dance. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'll move my arms in front and behind and we'll have a nice hoedown. So here we're crossing underneath DuSable Lakeshore Drive. There's where eventually there's going to be DuSable Park. There's supposed to be pathways and kayak launches, and I don't know if they're going to have a boat ramp there or not. It's a super fun brownfield site. There's a lot of cleanup they got to do, and that's why it's still like that. Yeah, one of those architecture cruise boats used to be a boblo boat. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they reconvert these all the time, and yeah, you know, it's I've seen one of the tour boats is a fireboat. I think that one of them looks like the old Kennedy yacht. They're you see how you can take the stairs to get up to the lakefront bike path. Here's one of the flyovers that ramps down. You could take a bike across the Chicago River and then you could coast right down and connect with Navy Pier, which is nice. It's really nice since they added the bike trail flyover over the Chicago River, and it's much safer. You don't have to go down there in the lower level of DuSable Lakeshore Drive and risk your life trying to cross Ohio and Illinois Street to get to, you know, across the river. There you see the Coast Guard's over there. We're heading over to Navy Pier. Yeah, I don't know the name of that boat. Let's see. These are Skedaddle and Blue Dog. We might. Yeah, I missed it. The one, whatever it was in the Ogden Slip. I'm not going back there. But sorry, I missed the question. There's like a delay. But we'll head over to Navy Pier. And what time we got here? 12:16. So hey, we're doing good. We'll actually be able to walk out on the pier a little bit, see if anything's still going on. And yeah, there's the times for the architectural tour right there. The prices. Of course, you can find all that online. And yeah, there's a boat heading right there, heading out. It's still on the riverside of the block here. There's some people lined up. Gotta take a tour. We got some wind, so it might be hard to hear me, but thanks for understanding. Yeah, take a boarding photo. There's some people lined up. Yeah, they're lined up for the next tour. There's Lake Point Tower. And yeah, let's walk around this way. Let's walk up this little park here. There'll be nice skyline views. We'll get an overview of the pier. And get the landscapers out. You see how there's a green roof? There's a building over there, and it's a green roof. We'll take a look at it when we go back over there. But you know, when they redid the pier recently, they added this area on the side, which is nice. I've seen people do yoga out here. It's a great place to watch the fireworks if you don't want to get out on the pier. And you know, there's decent views of the pier and the skyline from this area. Look at that. That's a nice view to the St. Regis. Nice clouds today. You can see the Trump Tower, the Lowe's. Yeah. And so this is what look, they got it's called the lake stage. They got this lawn area. And once we get over this little steps here, you'll see what I'm talking about. But as we walk, I'll film in reverse so we can see the skyline looking back from where we just came from. And then there's the Lakeshore East skyline. Isn't that nice? Yeah, look at all these towers. So, you know, that was built, what, 2019. That was built like 2018. Of course, Lake Point Tower's been here for a long time. There used to be a restaurant at the top. And then here's a stage here. I almost backed right into it. So there's several, see, they call this the city stage. So sometimes they program stuff for this, often they don't. You can go up these stairs and sit here. And that's why they call this the city stage, because look, you can see right to the Tribune Tower right there. You know, here, let's get on top of it. The views will be better here. There's spider webs. There you see Navy Pier. So see, we're still not exactly to Navy Pier, but we're getting closer. Look at those clouds over the lake. Isn't that nice? Landscape format. Yeah, fat. And so the river, that was the night they postponed the Venetian night. Back in the beginning of August, we came out here and viewed the fireworks. Look at the dog and the person laying out there just having a fun, sitting in the shade there underneath the lake stage. And look at Navy Pier, it's looking nice. We'll head right down here. Yeah, how's it going? What a beautiful day. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we'll head right down here. Nice clouds. We got the Michigan mountains across the way. And no drone zone. No drone zone. And it is good to see that, you know, thanks for tuning in live here. When this does get posted to YouTube, more people do watch it. Usually about 100 people watch the reruns, or 80, 70, 80 people. So more people do watch the reruns than are in the live stream, which is good to see. And you can watch it at your convenience. I know not everybody's available to watch at this time. Some people throughout the world are sleeping right now. But here's we can get the whole thing in there, Navy Pier. You see the Sable Hotel there to the right, the Ferris wheel. And we're walking on this little connection. We'll head out there. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so, okay. This is not the true Michigan mountains. Sometimes these clouds will be right at the horizon. And the clouds will make it, they'll be over on the Michigan side of Lake Michigan. And the clouds in the morning when the sun's rising over them, it looks like the terrain of mountains. And that's what we call the Michigan mountains. It's an astronomical effect that happens around all large lakes, where sometimes the clouds will be over the landmass, the mitten of Michigan that's on the other side of Lake Michigan from we're on the Illinois and Wisconsin side. And then sometimes on the Michigan side, they'll see it from their side, and then they have the Illinois or Wisconsin mountains, because it'll be clear on their side, and we'll have cloud cover on our landmass, and it'll be clear over the lake. So here, we'll film it on the way out. On the way out, we'll film the main entrance to Navy Pier. So here we're by Harry Carey's. Here's where you can catch the boats. Here's the shoreline water taxi heading into the slip here. We might actually be able to get up there and film it. Here's Harry Carey's. Of course, this is a outlet. You can go by the giant glove here, take a nice photo op. Welcome to Navy Pier. Welcome to Chicago. And you see how here the shoreline water taxi's coming right in here. So let's film it. Let's film it coming into the shore here, and then we'll head up to the Ferris wheel. Navy Pier is nice. I know it's touristy. Like people that live in Chicago, they're like, I ain't gonna watch a live stream of Navy Pier because it's almost like passe. But you know, if it is nice to have this free pier, kind of like our version of Coney Island, scaled down, where you can catch boats and you can catch dinner cruises and check out the rides, and then on the inside, we'll walk out through the inside. There's a nice kind of interior area of Navy Pier where there's a lot of restaurants, shops, stores. There's a children's museum on the inside. There used to be an IMAX, but sadly I think the IMAX is no longer running, so not everything that used to be here is here. And there you see all the shoreline boats you can take. Here's the water Ferris wheel. Yeah, let's head right up there. Look, they're working on the, hopefully they'll have that winter garden open. Usually there's palm trees. There's like a palm tree court, at least there used to be, and they've been working on it for a long time. And maybe we'll see if they finally have it open. If they don't have it open now, hopefully they'll have it open this winter so we can check it out. But hey, they got the swings going. Here's some of the rides here, the amusement area of Navy Pier. Got a carousel. Yeah, we get the whole carousel. You saw Harry before he died? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Times Square never gets old. Yeah, thanks for inspiration. Good. I'm glad you find it enjoyable. And I find it enjoyable streaming a landscape on YouTube. Thanks for checking it out here. Yeah, they just stopped this ride. So let's see what this says here. Here, I'll give you some views to the skyline here, because see, they're washing off. They had some screening for. See, look, it says it's still closed for renovation. This has been literally under renovation for 9 months, or almost a year, and I don't know what's taking them so long. You see, there's palm trees in there, and it's been really a long time for them renovating it. Can you see anything in there? Can you see over that? I don't know. I'm filming through the window here, and it's hard for me to see what's going on inside there, but you know, well, you saw Harry during the '64 World Series. That's awesome. Well, thanks for your perspective, and I like that. I like that. You know, you isn't that amazing? Yeah. Yeah, he used to call for St. Louis, and then he called for the White Sox, and then he called for the Cubs. And of course, we know Harry Carey most from the Cubs, but he also used to do Kaminsky, the old Kaminsky. He did St. Louis, and you know, Jack Brickhouse called for all the Chicago teams, and you know, here's people getting on the Ferris wheel here. Yeah, I know. They just have it closed. And you see, there's palm trees in there. I want to go in there in the wintertime. I've done work at the water department, and I used to go inside there at lunch and have my lunch there, which was nice. Here's the chair drop. They got the chair drop. It's not too high, but you know, you can ride this. There's the swings there, and then there's a little baby one for the kids. We got some restrooms. And I'm heading over here just to show the Streeterville skyline. We'll head over to the railing here. So there's a tugboat. That's the Jardine water plant across the way. It's the water filtration plant. There's a nice Mexican flag decorated hood of the car, and look at that view to the. Here, hold on a second. Let me zoom in here. We'll get you the Streeterville skyline. We might head out to Olive Park there and get you a better view of it on the way back. So let's cruise through here. Welcome to Navy Pier. Welcome to Chicago. We got a beautiful sunny 60-degree day. It's to me, this is really pleasant to walk around. I have a long sleeve flannel shirt on, and it's like, again, with only 60 degrees, I'm breaking a sweat. I'm a large mammal here walking around. Yeah, 64. That's what you're talking about. Because yeah, I when you said that you watched him call the World Series in '64, I'm like, yeah, it must not have been for a Chicago team. And you're right, it was St. Louis. St. Louis has been in the World Series so many more times than the Cubs or the Sox, you know. And Cardinals fans will remind us of that. I know it's a much more successful franchise, at least for World Series appearances and wins. So yeah, St. Louis Cardinals there. But look, the Sea Dog's pulling out. You see where we're at here, and they got these curving stairs. Yeah, let's head over here. Let's head over towards the Shakespeare stage. And there's a jet ski. There's still somebody on a jet ski out there. Look at these views of the Chicago skyline we got from Navy Pier here. Isn't that nice? And get almost all of it in here. Look, they got a little stage set up down there. I seen them at the beginning of the season. They actually bless the water. They bless the people and boats. They do like a little, the various priests from the various denominations and rabbis, I guess, they come out here and they bless the water. It's amazing. They do that in the springtime. But here, look at there's the Sea Dogs. There's 3 of them. One's pulling out. They'll take you on a nice speedboat tour. Oh, actually, it's pulling in. It's backing in. It's backing in the middle there. Yeah, look at that. Look at this great view of. We got the Shakespeare Theater. There's a big Odyssey. That's one of the dinner cruises. And then the Sea Dogs are pulling in here. They're parking. This is their spot. And then we can pan. Look at that skyline view. Yeah, they bless the rains in Africa. The old Toto song. Is that who sung that? Yeah, that's a good song. And then Weezer covered it recently. They redid a version of it. People recover that song. Yeah. May, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And I know Chris. Yeah, that's great. Now I got that song in my head. That's great. Sometimes I go up on that parking deck and you get a really good view of the skyline, but for the sake of time, since we got 12:30, I'm gonna have to reverse this and start heading back in to get back. We got a half an hour to get back to Michigan Avenue, so we'll get nice views of the skyline all the way in. We'll leave the Sea Dog here in the Odyssey. We won't go all the way out to the end. Someday I will go to the end and see if there's a Bob Newhart statue at the end of Navy Pier. Maybe they added it recently, which would be nice. And that would be a reason. Well, it's beautiful to go out to the end there. You see the nice rotunda. I filmed at the rotunda before with my cousin. We went out there for Chinese New Year. They had a event going on in the rotunda, as they usually do. Yeah. Yeah, the Ferris wheel is nice. We took it not last summer, the summer before that. You go around 3 times and you get really nice views of the skyline, as you can imagine. Yeah, let's head over this way. Yeah, Navy Pier, it's looking nice. We'll post this footage, and so the next time someone on TikTok, they say, hey, why don't you ever go to Navy Pier? I'll say, go to YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube, and you could check out the live reruns. And I'm sure they won't do that. They'll be like, no, I'm sticking with TikTok. Good, you can have TikTok. There, double-decked streeter boat there. And you see, it looks like a submarine. That's the locks. The level of the lake is slightly higher than the river. The river is just a little lower. So there's a lock. If you're a boat that comes in from Lake Michigan, you go through that lock. Of course, there's a gate in the front, gate in the back. And then that's the entrance to the Chicago River. Because the Chicago River, of course, is reversed. And it's a little lower than the lake. So when the river flooded, remember when the river flooded after NASCAR? So then the river was higher than the lake, and it reversed and was flowing back into the lake. And then it becomes problematic because the lake is our drinking source, and we don't want all that storm sewerage flowing into our Jardine water filtration plant. But the water intakes are 2 miles out. You see the cribs out there, and usually people, when they come to Chicago, they're like, what are those boats way out there? I'm like, no, those are water intake cribs. They're I've been on sailboats where we actually sail around them. But here you can there's a McDonald's in there. There's a food court. Okay, so yeah, let's actually go inside here. Let's go inside. We'll go Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. May he rest in peace. Yeah, right there. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville here at Navy Pier. They got them playing 24/7 on the screens here. It's like we're in Key West. Oh, Jimmy Buffett. Poor guy, nothing lasts. You know, may he rest in peace. So now we're on the inside of Navy Pier. Let me know if the connection holds out. Let's see. I'm still doing 3,800 kilobits per second according to my Streamlabs, but there's a lag time. And so you see how there's all this ice cream places, juice bar, McDonald's. You get some nuts. They used to have Build-A-Bear and stuff like that. They got a Garrett's. They got a large Garrett's popcorn shop. Yeah, you got to be worried. You got to worry about the seagulls. There's another It's Sugar. You know, they got Sunglasses Hut. You know, the normal touristy stuff that you Build-A-Bear. Got to get the little. So I'm starting to drop down a little bit. Good, it's clear. Good. I'm glad it's clear to the rear. Hopefully, I am starting to drop down a little bit, so I might cut out. So if I cut out, stay with me. We'll come back here. It's the perils of live streaming that once I went inside, I noticed my streaming rate dropped a little bit. So we'll rush to get back outside. It was good. It was fine outside. So thanks for staying on. I think I might have just dropped out there for a second. Hopefully I'll be back. There's always a lag time. But look at all this ponchos you can get. They got the llamas, socks, sandals, sweatshirts. Look at all these socks. You get the sock monkey, Chicago sock monkey. You got nice posters, t-shirts, all kinds of Chicago swag. You can turn a coin into a souvenir. There's a Giordano's. There used to be a Bubba Gump shrimp, but there's not a Bubba Gump shrimp here anymore. That moved out. There's Harry Carey's, and then nice informational kiosk here at the front. We'll head right out the front of Navy Pier to get outside. Hopefully I didn't drop out too long. I think I probably dropped out a second there. Few glitches, yeah, few glitches. Thanks for the feedback. I saw when Nate went to Navy Pier, he live streams. He had the same connections. When he went inside, he dropped out. And so he probably had an iPhone. And even with an iPhone, he dropped out. So, you know. But here, well, let's check out this fountain. We're back outside, so hopefully the connection will be strong now. And they call this Polk Brothers Park. Let's check this out, why they call this Polk Brothers. But here's this nice splash fountain. Polk family. Change the course of American retail. Polk Brothers chain of appliance furniture stores. Anybody remember Polk Brothers furniture stores? And there's the sister. The Polk Brothers and sister. Polk Brothers Park. And look, they fixed the sign. I guess at night remember it said Chic Chicago Museum, Children's Museum, and now you can see it's Chicago's Children's Museum at Navy Pier. Looks good. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Mary Therese. Thank you. Mary Truss. Thank you. Yeah. That was the place to shop in the 50s. Yeah, that's good. Well, I guess I'm glad they must have, maybe they donated some money for this park or this fountain, you know, and they got their name on there, which is good. See, there's the People's Energy Pavilion over there, and that's a green roof. There's a green roof on top of that. And then we're at this nice splash fountain there. They're having fun there. You see the skyline in the background. And then we'll head over towards Ohio Street Beach here. We'll walk back into the city that way. Thanks for being on. Thanks for checking out YouTube. We'll get you views of the fountain in Navy Pier as we walk back here. And look at this nice little, they got this little rock path you can connect. Weebolts, I do remember Weebolts and Polk Brothers. And then there was like Goldblatt's. I guess Goldblatt's was a different department store that people talk about in the old time Chicago. That's good. Thanks for the collective memory here, you know. And that's why we do this. But here we'll head over. We'll have really nice views of the skyline if we go out to Olive Park here. Yeah, Weebolts. Oh, they had the Santas. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we get to get free Santa with the purchase. That's nice. Yeah, all those old gimmicks, you know, it was nice. So here's the entrance to the Jardine water purification plant. You know, this is a huge infrastructure part of Chicago. That there's also the Southworks site, which is down by Rainbow Beach on the south side of Chicago at the lake, and then this is the main Jardine water plant here in Chicago. They filter all the water. People always joke, if you go to the bottom, they'll show you where the fish come in. But you know, they got water intake cribs out. They don't use all of them still anymore. Only certain ones are used. There, you get your hot dog, get your divvy bike. I know Kansas City has a lot of fountains. Kansas City's known as a city of fountains. I've been to the Country Club Plaza. It's just beautiful. I would like to travel to Kansas City and show off the Country Club Plaza, because it's not just the fountains, the beautiful architecture of that planned shopping district there south of the downtown. Probably Kansas City has more fountains than Chicago. Chicago has a lot of fountains. Maybe because Chicago's larger, we might have almost as many as Kansas City, but Kansas City has a lot of fountains. And here, let's head over to Olive Park here. We'll try to get little views of the skyline. I won't go too far out, but we'll get you out to at least where we can see the beach and the Streeterville skyline with John Hancock. You can see it over there through the trees. And then we'll walk through the beach and we'll head back into the city. But I'm sure there's a lot of fountains in Chicago. I'll look into that. I don't know off the top of my head. It's a good question. Oh, both Weebolts and Polk brothers. That's great. Yeah. Hello, how's it going, Jennifer? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I bet they're worth a lot, those Santas. Yeah, because they're collector's items. Have you ever seen them on Antiques Roadshow or anything? That's good to know. Yeah. Look how nice. Oh, look how beautiful the beach is. Did you see someone pulled a prank? I didn't realize it was on the local news. Someone created a metal sign and it looked authentic. And it said nude beach beyond this point. And one of the beaches on the north side up there, up north of Montrose, they put it out there and people saw it and they thought it was an official sign from the city. They said, we didn't know this was a nude beach. And somebody pranked everybody and put a sign out there on the beach that said, beyond this point, no clothes required. And everybody was like, and so the city had to remove it because it was a fake sign. But it was actually made out of metal. You know, it looked like an official sign. They went to that length, you know, to prank everybody. And but here's this, they call this Olive Park. There used to be some giant fountains right there, but they don't run them anymore. And then once we get beyond this fence, right up here, look at this sailboat going by. We'll get this sailboat going by. We got some nice wave action here. Look at the beautiful Streeterville skyline. Welcome to Chicago. Look how nice it looks in landscape with those clouds behind there. And we'll go out to this little pier that juts out there. We got a sailboat going by. There's a helicopter up there. There's Navy Pier where we were just at. There you see that sailboat in the distance. Yeah, I don't know if anybody took advantage of it. Yeah, you know, usually my luck, you know, most nudity is not the good nudity. It's like, I don't want to see that. You know, it's not supermodels that want to go naked usually. It's usually, I have to cover my eyes. But yeah, look at the beautiful, and we got a helicopter overhead polluting the sound here, but there's a helicopter hovering right over top of my head here. And I guess it's probably checking out the traffic, or maybe it's probably a tour that you can take helicopter tours, and they'll show you views of the skyline. And it's such a beautiful day, I'm sure it's a helicopter tour that somebody paid for. But here's Lake Michigan. Welcome to the shores of Lake Michigan. That's looking north all the way up. Let's zoom in here. Let's check out this view here. So that's looking. You see how the breakwall's right there? That's the breakwall. Thanks for letting me know I lost the sound when I zoomed in there. When I zoomed in there, I hit the mute button. So that's the drawback of Streamlabs, is sometimes when I pinch in, like when I'm pinching in now, I hit the mute. So thanks for letting me know I hit the mute, because usually when I turn the comments off, I hit the mute. And so there we'll do it again here. So we're looking at Lake Michigan, we're looking north. That peninsula is Montrose Harbor and Montrose Beach. And as we pan to the left, the Edgewater, Lakeview, all the way to Lincoln Park. We're heading down the north shore of Chicago. And then I have to pinch out here. And that's probably where I hit the mute the last time. And then hopefully you're hearing me okay now. We can see the Streeterville skyline, the One Chicago Tower over at Ohio Street Beach. And we'll head right into, we'll go back down here. So thanks for, good, yeah. That's the one drawback of Streamlabs, because when I use it, the mute button is right next to the comment button. And sometimes I don't notice when I turn the comments off. I turn the comments off to zoom in, because then I can pinch the screen and zoom in. And then I often, as people know, I often accidentally hit the mute button. So thanks for letting me know. And it usually happens when I turn the comments off, so I don't notice it, because I turn the comments off, hit the mute button, and then people are trying to tell me that I'm muted, but I got the comments turned off. So, you know, I'll get the hang of this eventually. This is a work in progress. You know, if I could pinch and zoom without, it's just an idiosyncrasy of Streamlabs, and I'll look into it to see if there's a way I can change the settings. But look at that view. We'll head right over across Ohio Street Beach, and we'll head back into the city here. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. What a nice day we got here. So this is Olive Park, yeah. Yeah, no one's perfect, especially me. You know me. So this morning on TikTok, I made it across the river, and someone was honking at a pedestrian, and then someone tuned in, and I was like, look, people are yelling, and they said, oh, he's ranting and raving, you know. And I know some people just tune in to hear me get discombobulate, which is dangerous, because then they want to get me going, because it's entertaining to hear me all yelling at the camera and ranting about TikTok when I'm on TikTok, which is ironic, because you're like, well, if you hate TikTok so much, why don't you just stay off of it? And I know. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment, you know. It's like a pugilist. Every day you gotta gird up your mental emotion to, like, you know, it's like so much of our culture is like put down culture. It's like your mama jokes, you know, and that's a big part of it, you know. It's like I feel like I'm back in high school, where it's just a bunch of you know, incessant teasing, you know. And I just have to remember, it's just a bunch of meaningless words on a screen flying by, you know. If people were standing right next to you, they wouldn't do that. They got the anonymity of the internet, and it's fun, you know. It's just a game. But hey, let's head over to Ohio Street Beach here. Let's check out the sun. What time we got? 12:48. There's no way I'm making it back to the office by 1, but we'll do the best we can. I'll be working later tonight, but that's okay. Hey, there's somebody kayaking right there. Look at that. It's such a beautiful day. We got to take advantage of the sunshine here. Yeah. And for some people, it makes them feel better to put other people down. So they're putting me down to make themselves feel better, but it makes me feel bad, and I shouldn't let it make me feel bad, because there's no reason for that, and I have to understand that. And we're working on it. Look at the dogs. Okay, so let me make sure I don't hit the mute here. So look at the dogs. Look at that. Yeah, that's where we were just at. And there's a kayaker out there. Look at that. Skyline views. Yeah, isn't this nice? Look how beautiful Ohio Street Beach is here. And people are just vegging out, enjoying this sunshine. Even though it's only 60 degrees, it's pretty nice, you know. And you got this backdrop here. This is Ohio Street Beach. This is the closest beach to Streeterville. And of course, you can go to the north end of Streeterville, and there's Oak Street Beach. And like Darren Monroe said, he remembers when this beach wasn't here. They added this beach. This is a little pocket beach at the north end of Lake Point Tower. They got this whole restaurant seating area here, and then Navy Pier is behind those trees, and that's where we came from. But this is the shores of Lake Michigan, Ohio Street Beach. Yeah, it's beautiful. And thanks for joining us. Hello, how's it going, Lisa? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you've been here. Jennifer's been here. That's good. Yeah, you know, a lot of Chicago is the jogging path, but there's these beaches that, you know, it's not just Ohio Street Beach. It's he's digging a hole. It's good. It's O Street Beach, North Avenue Beach, Montrose. Down to the south side, we got 31st Street Beach, down to Rainbow Beach. There's a great beach right there at Jackson Park, really huge one. And but you see here, you know, that's just a concrete shore wall there. And we'll head, there's a pedestrian underpass that'll get us back down to the city. And so unfortunately I have to leave this area to go back to work. I would love to just stay here all day, of course. But here's somebody riding on the bike path here. And look, they call it Cafe Olivia. Cafe Olivia, you're almost there. I guess that's what they call that cafe at Ohio Street Beach. See, here's the bike path. You can use that flyover to get over the Chicago River. There's bike cops right there. And oops, oh, it's kind of muddy right here. It looked like there was some mud slick. $33 miles, that's awesome. There's probably 33 miles of lakefront. I don't think all 33 miles are beach, but probably a quarter of it's beach. So what would that be? 8 miles? Yeah, if you add it all up, because most of the beach, it's not continuous beach, but it makes sense that I think I agree there's probably 33 miles of Lake Michigan lakefront. But a lot of it is just shore wall, and the sand would wash away. It has to have a protection currents, and the winds blow the sand. Hopefully I didn't lose the connection. We headed under DuSable Lakeshore Drive here. Look at this nice murals or artwork, mosaics they got on the side there. Yeah, they got loungers. Those loungers were nice. You could rent. I guess I don't know if you need to rent those chairs, or if I'm sorry, if you can just take one, you know, and use it. But here we're back in Streeterville. There's DuSable Lakeshore Drive. That's the approach to the bridge that crosses the Chicago River. There's Lake Point Tower, and the reason I'm heading this way, we can cut through. There's a park over here that we can cut through. We might see some dogs, and we'll head back to Michigan Avenue. It's a different world. Yeah, that's why we're showing scenes of Chicago. Isn't it funny? So many people, when I live stream on TikTok, they'll be like, "Is this New York?" I'm like, "No, this is Chicago." I said, I know how you could think this is New York, but, and they're like, "I didn't know Chicago had skyscrapers." I'm like, "Well, what did you think Chicago looked like?" Not all of Chicago has skyscrapers, you know it. Most of it's low-scale neighborhoods. It's vast, spreads in all directions. But the Central Business District, we've got the second largest grouping of high-rise buildings in the United States, and second to New York. And of course, New York is like 6 times larger amount of skyscrapers than Chicago. Will never rival New York, but after Chicago, it really drops off. You know, like what, Seattle, Houston, probably San Francisco has the 3rd largest amount of high rises. Miami has a lot too, and believe it or not, Honolulu has a lot of high rises, but they're all about the same level. They don't go above a certain height because they limit the height. Hawaii limits the height of high rises. Hey, we'll cross the street here. Okay, FedEx, UPS. From a beach to a skyscraper. That is what's unique about Chicago, that, you know, you got areas like the John Hancock where it's 1,100 feet tall in the residences, and it's 2 blocks south of Lakeshore Drive and Oak Street Beach. And right there, you go from a beach, from being at the level of Lake Michigan, to have 1,100 foot tall skyscraper that close to the lake. You know, and they had to go down to bedrock. The foundations for the tallest buildings are very deep. They're over 100 feet deep. So we'll go up into this park. This is why you go through this little fence so that, you know, for the dogs. Bennett Park. They call this Bennett Park. There's the hours. And you just go through the fence here. Please close the gate. Okay. It's closed. So this park's on top of a parking garage. There's parking underneath us. And some of the parking's for this building, I assume. This is residential. That's residential. There's a playground. There's kids playing over there, so we'll head this way. This is what a lot of Streeterville looks like. It's a lot of high-rise residential condo buildings. Some of them are built in the 70s. Some of them are built in the 2000s, like these. But look at this nice park. Again, this is on top of a parking garage. They do these mounds. They put foam underneath it so it doesn't add a lot of weight, so they can sculpt these little swales and landscaped areas, and actually plant trees. Be deep enough soil that they can plant trees in certain areas. There's like little wells of soil for the trees. And I think there's a dog park over here. Let's check it out. And this long, that warehouse was there back when Ogden Slip was a industrial warehouse shipping wharf, and it's almost like a longshoreman's type hall where they converted it to housing. And there's balconies on the other side. Here's this dog park. See how there's a dog park, and you can let's go. Oh, a plane went right by the Sears Tower. That is awesome. Yeah, when you were up there. Wow, I bet that was interesting. Yeah. Here, I'm going to try to peer into this dog park here. See, it's pretty much concrete, but yeah, here I'm going out the gate here, going back out to the street here. Bennett Park. I gotta make sure the gate's closed there. There, we just went out that gate here. But look, pinstripes. They got bistro, bowling, bocce. I didn't know they had bowling there. Huh. There's a bowling alley where the theater is. Hey, look at that cute dog. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, here's the nice dog park at Bennett Park. It's mostly concrete, so I guess it's easy to pick up after the dogs, but and look at the buildings behind there. Man, nice green space. Yeah, I bet that was amazing being at the top of the Sears Tower and a plane was buzzing by right at that same level. It is freaky. Sometimes you're in the John Hancock and you'll see planes landing at O'Hare and they're like below you, but they're like, you know, several miles north of you, but you're at the same level as they're approaching for landing. And, you know, it's freaky but it's still one of the most spectacular views at sunset. And then you see the grid of the city in all directions, just like when you land in a plane at Midway, you know. What time? 1 o'clock. We didn't make it, but we're heading in the right direction. I'll head back to the office. Thanks for coming with me to Navy Pier. The only snafu is I went mute that one time. Here we'll have nice views to the St. Regis Tower as we head right again past the end of the Ogden Slip where we started. We went full circle here, and we'll head back down to the river here.
Hello.
Aren't people so friendly? You're walking by the street and they want to say hello and sell you something, or make you contribute to a nice cause, and then you feel guilty because you're like, yeah, I do like Greenpeace, but I don't want to give you any money. But I say, keep up the good work. Thanks for volunteering your time to try to. I'm talking to a live streamer. But I call them charity muggers. It's a pejorative, I know, but you know, it's just, you know, sometimes they're so relentless. Like you'll be like, hi, thank you, I'm just walking through, and they'll start following along with you, and you're like, come on, you know. High pressure sales tactics. It's worse than a telemarketer. They get you walking down the street. But here, look at the St. Regis. It's looking nice. We're heading south here on McClurg, I think. And we'll go right past the water. You gotta be. I know these sidewalks are dangerous. They're kind of undulating here. Yeah, charity muggers. I mean, that is the best possible way. Yeah, right. Look at that. See, the sun is behind that. The sun is set behind the St. Regis, designed by Jeannie Gang, 1,100 feet tall. And you see how at the top, you see that little dark spot, that 2 levels there, that's actually open to the air, so wind can go through there. And it's instead of having a mass damper, that's how they keep the top of the building from swaying during high wind events. Oh yeah, it's nice. Thanks for tuning in, Tara. Yeah. Checking out the, they call this what do they call this? Nichols J. Mella's Centennial Plaza and Fountain, 1989. So, oops, they're cleaning it up. Pub, Chicago burger. There, you get your hot diggity dog. Yeah, you got to clean the fountain. Somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Yeah, you're right. The St. Regis, 1,100 feet tall, the tallest building, designed by a woman architect, Jeannie Gang, and she also did the Aqua, which is that one. That's the Aqua, and then of course that's the tall St. Regis. And then there's supposed to be one at the end there. There's one planned at the end, but they haven't started it yet. And we'll see if it goes through this business cycle or the next. Here's Columbus Drive. We're going by the Sheridan. We'll head up these stairs and we'll head across Columbus. The fountain froze. The stream's frozen. Hopefully we'll be back here. Streamlabs says I'm streaming at 38 kilobits per 3,800 kilobits per second, but that doesn't mean anything because sometimes there's a lag, and so the perils of live streaming. It's always roll the dice, crapshoot. We'll head up the stairs here. We'll cross Columbus. We'll get you more views of the river. Getting her exercise today. Lamp design, yeah, that is some nice lamp design right there. You can see it right there. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, so we got riverboat cruise coming right there. If I go up the stairs a little bit, I think I saw there was one coming the other way too. And they got some little planter boxes here. Here we go. Yeah, so here's Linea's coming underneath Columbus Drive there, and here we got the Bright Star heading the other way. One boat goes one way, one goes the other. Good. Yeah, there was some lag by the fountain. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Thanks for staying on. So there's a view to the Tribune and the Trump Tower, the Equitable Building. See, the Equitable Building's called something else now, but I still call it the Equitable Building. But then no one corrects me on it because no one else knows what it's called either. How's it going? There, look at the Marina Towers. You can see the Wrigley Building, London House. Look how wide Columbus is here. You see how it's, you can look straight down to the water underneath us. And yeah, look at the river. It's looking towards the lake where we just came from. There we go, that's a nice view. And we got sirens. There's the Aeon. Yeah, look at the clouds. The clouds make it really nice today. Got these nice cinematic clouds. There you can see the lower level of Columbus and the upper level of Wacker Drive. 3 levels of Wacker Drive. And then we'll head up the stairs here. Look at those clouds. Look at those clouds over there. And that's what I was... They're not really the Michigan mountains, but, you know, they really do look like mountains. You squint your eyes, that looks like a cloud. That doesn't look like a mountain, but, you know. More steps. We're getting there. And so, going down. Man, this is so frustrating. I'm just hoping back if I cross toward a Navy Pier. Good. I'll make a note of it that that's a bad spot there to walk through. Everybody have a great Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. I'll probably be on TikTok tonight, and we'll do these lunch tours on YouTube are great. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the good comments and the information. We talked about the old stores in Chicago, the old Santas. That was nice. Look at that view. Hopefully I'm coming back now. I know I cut out there for a long period. Thanks for tuning in. Eventually we'll go inside the Chicago Architecture Center, but glad it came through. At least we came through at Navy Pier. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk.